Okay, in this spiral quiz number 4, we have another two-column proof. So triangle ABC is shown, and given that it's an isosceles triangle, so that's why that tick mark and that tick mark are there, and given that point D is the midpoint, so boom, 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 boom. All right, it's at midpoint of AC, so we know AD is congruent to DC. We need to prove that angle BAC and BCA. So basically this angle and this angle. We need to prove that those are congruent, and this is actually the base angles theorem. All right, so looking at this, we got this whole proof filled out, and let's just dive in. It's saying BD is congruent to BD. So it's not drawn, but we can draw it right there. And so it's splitting the triangle into halves. All right, so how would we know the shared side is congruent to itself? Well, that's just the reflexive property. All right, that's just something you gotta know. All right, and then looking at this, we have triangle ABD. So now we're actually stating that both sides of these triangles are congruent. So that side and this side. How do we know that they're congruent? Well, if you notice in each of the triangles, we have a side, and a shared side. All right, so it's gonna be S, side, 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 congruency, postulate. And then something, again, sometimes we just gotta remember things, all right? Now, after I state triangles are congruent, I can say any corresponding parts of those triangles are congruent. So I can say the angles are congruent by this right here. I'm gonna shorthand it as CPCTC. All right, sweet. All right. Two events A and B are independent, all right? Probability A is 0.3. The probability A and B is 0.24. What is the probability of B? Well, this is, again, sometimes you just got to know stuff. And that's the whole purpose of paying attention in class and taking notes and studying and taking tests and doing our best, is that we need to know the multiplication rule right here. All right, that's it. Well, the probability A and B is 0.24. All right, so we're going to plug in 0.24. Probability A is 0.3. So basically, we just need to find out what's the probability of B happening. This is a pure math problem. Remembering the formula, plugging in stuff, and then having the ability to divide both sides by 3, and that would be 0.8. All right. Last one right here, a map of Janestown is shown in her home and workplace is shown. All right. She wants to determine the shortest route from her home to her workplace. All right, she walks only on the sidewalks indicated by dotted lines on the map. Which distance is the shortest route to the nearest whole block? Well, it's really just gonna be, this is the easiest way to think about it, all right, is the shortest distance between any 2 points is a straight line. And which line is the most straight? Is that more straight? Or is that more straight? All right, and to me, it's the orange one. So we're just gonna really simplify and say any distance, the shortest distance between any 2 points is a straight line. So we're just gonna eyeball and say orange. All right, now we need to find the nearest whole block. All right, we actually need to find the distance. So really, we're just saving time. We're not gonna find all of them. Maybe on the actual air test, we should, but that's 3. Then we're just going to make right triangles. So we know that that distance is 3. Let me pick a different color for this one. All right, we have 2 and 3 right here. All right, so we can plug this into Pythagorean theorem and get 2 squared plus 3 squared, and C would come out as radical 13. Then we know that this distance is 1. This distance is 1. And then this last part right here, the home stretch. Again, another Pythagorean theorem one, where we have 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. We'll call that C squared. In this case right here, C squared plus 3 squared plus 6 squared. So C is going to equal the square root of 45. And again, we're just going to plug this into Desmos. have 3 plus the square root of 13 plus 1 plus 1 plus the square root of 45. Oops. It's supposed to say plus. So about 15.3. Or 15. Nearest block. So the answer 15.